Good morning. It is nice and it is early. How we doing? Corn, I see you in the queue. I thought you gave me a finger up that you needed a minute. Did you need a minute? I don't know what Corn's doing right now.
I don't think he needs a minute.
You don't think he needs a minute?
He said no.
He said no?
I trust him.
Oh, he did? Cornfields.
I'm good.
What kind of hoodie you got there? Oh,
I need a nap. I need a nap.
I looked like it might have been a degenerate hoodie. I need a nap.
I need a nap. I'm sorry.
Don't
I
need
need a nap.
You don't need to be sorry. I'm sleepy. I could go back to sleep.
You look great. You look beautiful.
No, I don't look great. You were gonna say something else. Yeah, we'll be okay though. Thanks for starting early. I couldn't budge, unfortunately. I got to go straight from here to a open house and whatnot. Steak, what kind of hat we got on today?
Mariners.
Oh, okay. The same one you've been wearing the last 3 days.
What the fuck?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
It's a lucky hat, right? I mean, you gotta keep wearing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually probably why he's been wearing White Sox gear ever since he hit that parlay in the draft in April. Nice hit, by the way, Steak, on your parlay. Did you pick a winner?
I picked a winner. I just DM'd him.
Okay. Who is it?
I don't know who it is, to be honest with you. His name's Hunter, and I did it completely random.
Oh,
Hunter
wait.
Biden?
What? Yeah, Hunter Biden. Yeah, he says he needs it for crack.
Hold on, wait. Is it there's a Hunter that always likes my tweets, which is very much appreciated. Does he have like a green profile picture?
That Hunter. I know that Hunter. I don't
okay.
think it's him. That's like Hunter Driscoll or something. That's not unfortunately him.
That's too bad. He's always supporting and whatnot.
Yeah.
So Cornfields didn't win it. That's unfortunate. WDJ giveaway guy though. I have not seen Chewy up yet. 10-unit subwhale, people are saying. 10-unit subwhale. Hold on. Token picks 10 units.
Token took the parlay.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Would you look at that? Well done. Nice job, Steak. So you had Pickens, you had Nico Collins, you had Joe Mixon, and who else?
Ladd
scored on he scored the only touchdown for the Chargers, didn't he?
Yeah, 85 yards.
That's incredible. Nice job. Cornfields, how did you do yesterday?
I scored the first touchdown in the second game. Who was that? No, the first game was.
Bateman?
No, first game. Who was first touchdown scorer?
Nico,
yeah.
Nico hit Nico, and first touchdown score, and that was about it. And I had Houston +3. So
does your title say CEO of CLV?
Yeah,
that's actually very good. Did you think of that yourself?
Who else would think of it? Come on.
Oh, stop it. Come on. You have to have some clever guys in your corner.
No, that's me. It's all me.
Okay. All right. Well, nice job.
8 a.m. Sunday morning, Nashville. Thought.
Oh yeah, you're an hour behind. That's right. It's 9:04 Eastern Standard. Token, appreciate you. 10 units. Sound like DJ might need another minute or two. No, I'm good. We're pushing through. Retro Stick says I missed the TD parlay. Yes, you have to follow Steak. If anybody in here is not following Steak already, what the fuck are you doing? And make sure you're following Guy at Cornfields too. Let's not waste any time. I'm just making sure that I send Mid-Major I sent Mid-Major the link. So we are all good there.
6 a.m. in California. You telling me he's going to get up and do this?
I mean, I didn't pressure him to. I asked if he wanted to come.
Really impressed if he shows up.
Well, Cornfields was nice enough to join us again. He was here. Were you here last week or the week before?
Last week.
Yep, last week. It was excellent. Thank you very much. And that's right. It was week 18. It was really needed to push through and dig in that slate. I think we did a pretty good job. I think Mid-Major and Cornfields would be funny on camera together. So
it'd be dangerous. Well, this guy is such a clown. He really is. He don't hear anything all week from him. All of a sudden, I get this DM right after the game yesterday. Were you on Chargers? I'm like, no, I wasn't on the Chargers. He just always got to like put a dash at me. Just always digging at me and like, no, dude, I was on Houston. And then last night I tweeted out a 20-1 anytime touchdown parlay. And then immediately Church sent me, he's like, oh, you can't get away from these guys or whatever. He doesn't understand the concept. Like, the reason I made the parlay is if Baltimore had the ball in the second half, they scored first, they're at 4 scores. So then they're going to take out Henry at some point in the third quarter. So I got ahead of it, got 20-1. He's chirping, thinking I'm making the same play because I'm.
I wish he was here, man. I wish he was here for this. It would be must-see TV.
I'd love to go at him right now, to be honest with you.
But you do what mid-major does. That annoys you.
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
The guy sends me 17-page paragraphs about a play for the weekend. Okay, I'm not kidding. It's like, what do you think of this? And it's always contrarian. And it's 17 pages of text. I'm like, no. And it's just no. I disagree with you. I didn't want to get into him because he's just so set on his ways. He'll never listen to the other side. He'll have an opinion. And he'll tell you everything about it. He'll never switch his opinion. Like I'll listen to somebody. If I have an opinion, someone has another opinion, and they have a valid point, I'll switch my opinion. This guy, no, he's all in his opinion.
I just want to say I know enough about dude relationships that means you guys are best friends.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you are two peas in a pod, and I don't know.
I might have to post the DMs just to show you how.
When have you ever changed your mind after listening to someone's opinion?
I do it all the time. I mean, all the time, but I do it frequently. Yeah, I'll talk to someone about a game or an side or an idea, and I'll say, bring up a good point. I'll switch. Yeah, I switch.
Okay. All right.
I'm very open to opinions.
Fair enough. I won't hold you to it. Yeah, I did go live on TikTok. I don't know if it's going to get banned or not in like a week, but I figured, fuck it, we'll run it for today's playoff slate. And on that note, let's get into it. We'll see if mid-major joins us. If he does, great. If he doesn't, no worries. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Thank you again, Token, for the subs. We got a Hype Train level 2, 85 in here on Twitch. Looks like we're bumping. I think we can get this show on the road. Steak is killing me. Why? What happened? Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm on TikTok, so don't say that word.
I guess we got to wait. Were you already live when we called Hunter Biden a crackhead?
Oh, don't do that. I don't know if I was or wasn't, but somebody probably already reported me. Oh, yeah, some comments in this live.
Knowing that we're on TikTok now, I might actually say some stupid stuff. Just
don't do that. Just don't. I mean, you can. I'm not going to like lose sleep over it, but good morning, gang. What's up, Ramble? All right, let's what is Steak's Twitter? I think I just shared it. Yep. Dobbs Day, gentlemen. Interesting.
I did talk about that actually.
Going abroad last day I can gamble for 6 months. Need another monster lay today, fellas. All right, Drew. BWs and
6 months, Drew. Holy fuck.
Safe travels. 825 till Schuster. I don't think we're gonna hit it, but decent value on the tight end for ATT today. Okay. Yep. Bendy, appreciate you. All right. First game is, let's see. I'm gonna pull it up right now. 1 o'clock, I believe. Is it Buffalo and Denver? It is Buffalo and Denver. By the way, I have my whole setup here back at my apartment in New York with the shared screen. However, I think I packed my power cord to my monitor, and I realized when I got to Florida I didn't need it because I didn't bring my monitor, and I didn't bring that power cord back. So
of course.
The screen is literally right here. The HDMI is plugged into my computer. There's no power. So unfortunately, I cannot share my screen. You're all going to have to turn your pages to 179. Opener, 3.5. That doesn't make any sense. Buffalo sitting at 8.5 pretty much everywhere. Total 47.5, up a little bit at one place to 48. Not a whole lot of movement. I guess I thought this was 9 at some point. Corn, you follow the lines a little bit more than me. But let's start with you on this one. Are you on side or total in this Broncos-Bills game?
I really don't have much on this game. I have a small bet on Denver +9, but I don't have much in this game at all. Kind of doesn't really excite me too much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree. It's very tough. I mean, I can set the stage a little bit. We've got a rookie quarterback making his first playoff start on the road. I've seen the trends on Twitter, and they don't do very well when they're going against a quarterback with experience. Josh Allen, I thought he was a lock for the MVP. Turns out that might not be the case. Big odds move. I see that smirk on your face. I'm not going to be upset, like I said, if Lamar wins it, but I think it's Allen's year. That, to me, would only add more fuel to Josh Allen's fire. I don't think I want to get in front of him, to be honest, but I don't have a lot on this game either. I'm going to try to muster up something kind of like what we did yesterday, Steak. Again, I think we did a pretty good job. Where is your head at right now with Broncos-Bills, Steak?
Well, first of all, when do they announce MVP? Is it right before the Super Bowl?
It's a Thursday night before the Super Bowl. Yeah,
Thursday night. Josh Allen might be long gone by then. There might not be a fire to fuel. I think it's going to be Lamar Jackson who wins the MVP personally. I think Lamar Jackson became undeniable the last few weeks. Like, I know I get all the reasons for giving it to Josh Allen. I fully understand, but the discrepancy in the stats became undeniable over the last few weeks. So I think Lamar is going to get it. I know that's not what you asked. For the game, I tried to come up with a game script, and either way, I came up with the under. I'm not sure how you guys feel about that. I said, okay, the Broncos can keep this game close and competitive, and the Bills win a close one, 23-21, and it stays under, or the Bills blow out like the Steelers Ravens game yesterday, and they don't need to do much in the second half, and it still goes under. So I came up with the under. That's my favorite play. I lean Broncos for some reason, but honestly, like yesterday, I'm an idiot. I tried to square up with the Chargers. Obviously, that went horrible. Now I'm going to try to be on the sharp side with the Broncos. I can't pick a side right in the NFL to save my life, but I've been crushing totals. I hit the over in the first game, under first half, and full game in the second game. So my favorite play is the under. For a player prop, it's Khalil Shakir. I like him today for the Bills. And then for the Broncos, I feel like, and I'm curious how Corn feels about this, I feel like Marvin Mims might still be undervalued in the market, kind of. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
I don't know. I feel like I've heard that. That's the only name I've heard all weekend has been.
Okay, good. Then that means I'm wrong.
Denver. So
I wouldn't say no. Good morning, game dumps. Nice call on Robert Woods.
I'll just say everybody's on it. That's all I'll say. Like,
okay.
It's 40.
I'm not doing that then. I'll pass.
41 yards isn't much, but yeah, I just hear that's. I heard Marvin Mims for 2 days now.
Well, that answers my question. Actually, that means that people have completely caught up to Marvin Mims.
So Marvin Mims last game, 5 targets, 5 catches, 51 yards, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the game before that, we all remember what happened with his catch in Cincinnati to take the game to overtime. I believe that. Yeah, that was a game-tying catch. So he's been kind of a hot player the last 2 weeks. But Steak, you've also done a really good job of just leaning into the hot player, whether that's in the NBA with Franz Wagner or anybody in the NFL. So is that going to scare you off if people are on Marvin Mims today?
Probably.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind switching up. If it's a guy like Marvin Mims. Sorry for clearing my throat on the microphone, by the way. I know I sound like shit. Okay, the Bills do a great job of limiting big plays. The guys who catch passes underneath in the zone vacancies will be the best bets. Ville for the Broncos. Who is this guy exactly?
He's a rookie from Utah, I think.
Okay, Dawson Knox has scored the first TD the last 4 Bills wildcard games. It's funny you say that.
That's crazy.
It is so strange. What a random nugget. Here's what I think. I'm just trying to anything that I've thought about this game or these teams, now is the time to get it out and see if we come up with a play. The Denver Broncos, for the most part of the majority of the season, I think have been that team where it's like, no, they can't keep getting away with it. And then it's like, oh, wait, they might actually be pretty fucking good. I am not here to get in the way of what I've seen from coaching of Sean Payton and what I've seen from Bo Nix. I think it's been pretty impressive. I don't think it's fluky. If you are going to fade Bo Nix, though, this might be stupid, this might be silly. Feel free to criticize it, but I'm just looking for everything. If you're going to fade Bo Nix, the one thing I have brought up is when he plays outdoors in the Northeast. Now, obviously, he plays in Denver, which is an outdoor stadium, and it gets cold. So it's not like, oh, I think the weather in Buffalo is actually very nice today. I'm looking outside my window in New York. It's beautiful, and it's been dog shit for a while. But when he's been on the road and he played in MetLife, the Broncos won the game 10-9 against the Jets. You guys remember Bo Nix had -7 passing yards at halftime. When he played on the road in Baltimore, the Ravens won 41-10. And then when he played on the road outside in Cincinnati, I understand the final score was 30-14. However, the Broncos were held without a touchdown late into the third quarter against a Cincinnati Bengals defense that we know stinks. So I think things change a little bit for the Broncos and Bo Nix when they go out on the road in this region, okay? Take that for whatever you will. I agree with you, Steak. You said you like the under in this game more so than you like a side, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That would probably be my play. I don't know that I see a fuck ton of scoring in here, The one area of concern I have if I'm betting the under, just from what I've seen with my eyeballs, does the Bills defense impress you?
No, they don't impress me, but I don't really think I trust Bo Nix to go nuclear in his first playoff game. Not saying I think he's going to do awful or horrible, but I think he'll be fairly conservative, which plays into it for me. I don't love the Bills defense, though.
I don't either. And I'm trying to think of a game script or a player prop here. On the flip side, I don't know that I'm not overly familiar with the Denver Broncos defense. Just outside of knowing that Pat Surtain, Corn, I think you were DMing me about the defensive player of the year market. Is it, I thought if it's not Watt, it might be Garrett. You said it could be Surtain?
I'd say pretty high probability it's Surtain, 80%.
What was he pre-flop?
Oh, I saw someone has a 400-1 ticket. I saw.
Oh,
It had to be something insane.
Yeah.
He's so good.
I don't know if that was made mid-season or something. I have seen a 400-1 ticket on him.
okay. Here are a couple questions in the chat. How do we feel about Bo Nix running for his life? Bo Nix rushing his air. Rookie QBs playing their first playoff are 12-42 ATS. Interesting little long shot I heard somewhere. Michael Burton, Broncos running back, 26-1. Also Ty Johnson. Yep.
Ty Johnson is a good one.
Ty Johnson is a good one. I do
have a player prop that I just came across.
There we go. That's why we do this.
So I was pulling up snap counts and targets for I looked at the whole season as well, but just based on everything, I'm going with Troy Franklin over 13.5 yards on Denver. Because he's getting about the same amount of targets, same amount of snaps as Mims and Veely. And Mims is 41.5, Veely's 26.5, he's 13.5. So I just feel there's some value there. So that's my first play for sure this weekend is going to be Troy Franklin over 13.5 yards.
That is pretty fucking cheeky, Corn. All right, I'm looking at him on Underdog right now. By the way, I shared the link in the Twitch chat. If you do want to sign up for Underdog, use our promo code. You can use that link. You'll get a 50% deposit match up to $1,000, I believe. Von Miller revenge game. Wow. I can't believe that's the first time I actually heard about that. Steak, you're smirking.
It's just a funny thing. I always think revenge is a funny word to use for a team that you won a Super Bowl with and paid you millions of dollars. But I have heard it a few times.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that. Anytime a player plays their former team, we just say revenge.
Yeah,
but you're right. It's not necessarily revenge. And I know Greg is being silly.
Yeah, Cam Akers revenge game tonight too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, it is though.
Cam Akers been kind of good.
Yeah. As somebody who's bet Aaron Jones to score a touchdown the last 3 weeks, he's almost been a little too good.
He is heads up. He is a little sick right now, though.
Oh yeah,
the weekend. Yeah, he's questionable with illness for the game.
Cam Akers.
Yeah. So FYI, it sounds like he's gonna play, but just FYI.
For what it's worth, I'm not buying into any sick illness bullshit.
Yeah, it's 2 days. It was 2 days out or 3 days out too. So
yeah. Notre Dame beat Penn State with the flu. Thank you, DGen, for the Underdog 3-piece spicy yesterday. Jake Perkwisco, you don't have to thank me. Thank the players on the field, but you're welcome. Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Corn. Those motherfuckers come out slow. Hovey likes Broncos team total under 2.5 in the first quarter. Ooh,
that's cheeky.
You know what I would maybe push back a little bit on that. I feel like the last few times I've seen the Broncos, they have not come out slow. At LA, they came out swinging. Against KC, they came out swinging. Well, never mind. It's hotter. They're Jekyll and Hyde because against the Colts 4 weeks ago, they were terrible in the first half, and at Cincinnati, they were terrible in the first half. Okay, maybe you might be onto something. I'm going to focus on the Bills for a second. I'm not really coming up with anything on the Broncos side. If you were to play Bo Nix, I mean, I guess why not take a shot on rushing? But at the same time, I mean, he 227.5 passing yards, 1.5 passing TDs, 35.5 passing attempts. Seems like a fuck ton. Is that not a fuck ton of attempts?
Seems like a lot.
It does seem like a lot, unless you just believe in the game script that they'll be trailing the entire game. And I don't like that.
He's had 29, 31, 40, 33 the last 4 games. So he's gone over that once. But I guess it correlates to the game script. You're right. I'm out. I think I'm out on anything Denver Broncos related. Let's talk about the game script for the Buffalo Bills. And Scuba Scores, thanks for the follow. Von Sosa, thanks for the follow. James Cook's my guy. Not necessarily in this game, but he's just my guy in general. If people were asking about how do we feel about James Cook receiving, I mean, I love James Cook. He's been a focal point for this offense throughout the entire season. I think. See, here's the problem. Well, I guess I wouldn't say that it's a problem, but if you look at the last game the Bills played, he had 10 carries, 28 yards, and he did score a touchdown. So he got a little involved, but I think you could say for the most part, he's rested. What do they play? About a half? Does anybody remember? Bills and Patriots?
I can't remember the last time James Cook has actually played a full game with full usage. I was going to ask Corn actually about the snap counts for James Cook because it feels like they've been saving this motherfucker for the playoffs.
Yeah, they've been really low. So last week, 22%, week before 46, week before 36, week before 41, week before 45, week before 45. Yeah, honestly, the whole year, his highest snap count game was the first game of the season was 61% of the snaps. So he's been around 50% most season. Then from week 12 on, he hasn't gone over 50% of the snaps. So he should be ready to go. And they said they're saving them. They've been saving plays for the playoffs. Remember that? So
that's what I was just going to say.
Hard not to buy into that, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at Joe Mixon got the day off against Tennessee, and he was a little rusty last night, but then he ended up hitting his prop and doing everything needed. So I might be buying into the rested running back in the first round of the playoffs. I might be into that. Is it a rushing receiving day? Is it a receiving yard day? People are saying Ty Johnson steals the receiving touches.
I think you're going to get more James Cook than you have in the last 5 games. So I'm going to be real wary on Ty Johnson and Ray Davis today. And I normally love them. I think I like James Cook receiving yards.
Somebody in TikTok said Bills 45, Denver 14. Beautiful day in Buffalo. That's a lot of fucking points.
That sounds like a Madden score.
That's a lot of fucking points. I don't know. Are the Bills going to pile it on? I'm not entirely sure. And for anybody fading Buffalo, here's my problem. I think the Bills are legit. Even though I don't know that I totally respect their defense, but I just absolutely love how they ended the season. Took care of the Chiefs, took care of the Niners. I know the Niners are dog shit. Even that game in LA, which was a really tough spot. The fact that they came back and made it a game, lost 44-42, love that. Turn around the following week, back-to-back in Detroit, beat their ass 48-42. And then you did what you needed to do, beating the Patriots. I know they came out slow. They woke up, beat the shit out of the Jets. And then you went into New England and you didn't really need to do anything. I got to tell you what I've talked myself into. I think it's a Buffalo smash spot. Question is, how much of a smash? You need the under. It could be a 28-7 game. It could be a 28-7 game, and it's going to be James Cook. It's going to be James Cook in the end zone, I think.
Most likely, yeah.
If the Bills get the lead, why not lean on James Cook? Run the clock. You got a long journey. There's no case to be made for MVP anymore. I'm not saying Josh Allen isn't going to be involved. That's not what I'm saying at all. But, all right, James Cook day, Bills, under. And Troy Franklin over receiving yards. Did we get a Joey Dumps cheeky play or not yet?
Not yet. No, he just said good morning. Joey Dumps gave us one you'll like yesterday at Cornfields. He gave us Robert Woods over 1.5 catches at plus money, and it cashed in the first half.
Check this out. I just kind of noticed this. What do you think the combined amount for player props for Bills receivers, if you pick all the receivers they have listed for player props, what do you think the number is?
Yards wise?
Yes.
146.
Yeah. Are you cheating?
Hey, what are you Googling?
Me?
Yeah. Answer the fucking question.
What did you want me to guess? I'm over here fucking producing a goddamn stream. I'm retweeting it up here. I'm fucking making sure we're live on Twitch. We got TikTok rolling.
I said, what do you think the combined amount of receiving yards, if you take all the over-under players, is for the Bills today?
Just receivers.
Receivers. Right? No, all the players. Every player.
Then obviously not 146. I'm sorry. I thought you meant just receivers.
Every player.
This is the most confusing question of all time. Wouldn't that just be Josh Allen passing yards?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused.
I'm asking the question. I'll explain it when I get there.
238 and a half.
It's a really good guess.
That's what Josh Allen's passing yards are, an underdog.
No, it's 194 and a half. So that's very interesting that his passing prop is 239, but if all the players are 194 and a half. I'm just saying that I don't know.
I have a random guy out there for the Bills that's going to have some yards.
That's what I'm thinking. Like these
numbers, like trick play.
I don't know. I mean, but like Dawson Knox is like 12 and a half yards. Like what the heck? Like he fell off that bad? Really? That just seems
extreme. He did. He did. I've also heard his name as many times as you think you've heard Marvin Mims today. I've heard Dawson Knox much.
Well, Matt Collins, 13 and a half.
Nah, I like that so much more. What about the fucking Reggie Gilliam guy everyone was sweating last week?
Not listed. I think he's probably be inactive, I think.
I
don't know. I think it's angle. They feel like any Bills receivers look at their yards and consider that. It seems something seems a little wonky there.
Bookachu is in TikTok and he said, "Yo." Cook or Allen anytime touchdown. Cook for me. Who's your favorite touchdown score? How do we feel about Kincaid? I got to tell you, neither of these tight ends for the Bills really get my juices flowing.
I want to say one more time, I have heard enough Dawson Knox today to think it's Dalton Kincaid. That's all I'm going to say.
Wait a minute. Something just came to me. Amari Cooper, 2.5 catches is low.
I don't think he's going to do dick.
You know who I think's doing something? Keon Coleman.
Oh, that's your guy?
Yep. 10 targets last game, 2 catches, 31 yards. Game before that, 7 targets, 3 catches, 27 yards. But the 3 games before that, he had 2 targets in each game. Do you think they're trying to get him involved the last 2 games, or is that skewed because the backups were in?
I think
he's skewed. Yeah.
I think he sucks.
You do?
Yeah, I think Keon Coleman sucks. Absolutely. I always have.
Okay.
I don't think Keon Coleman's any better than Gabe Davis or whatever you want to compare him to.
Wow.
I just think he's very meh. I like Khalil Shakir.
Okay. I like James Cook. I don't know how.
Let's go back to the Knox Kincaid thing for a minute. Knox gets a lot more snaps than Kincaid.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot more.
That's
crazy. Like 618 to 471 in the year, and like consistently every game he's been pretty much. Well, I guess Kincaid missed some games, so it's not it. So yeah, it's probably a little closer, but yeah.
What's Kincaid today for yards?
God, here 1 second.
Looking on Underdog right now. Kincaid is 36.5 yards, 3.5 receptions.
Yeah, I like him today.
Knox is a third of that, and they get the same amount of snaps, though.
I know. Isn't that insane, though?
Yes.
That just makes no sense to me.
Man, it's very strange. First time chatter, Jesus F. Hazy USF. Don't know how to say the name. Congrats on the win yesterday, Steak. Thank you. Mr. Meptine, new follow. Beans Slappy, first time chatter. Knox blocks a shitload.
It sounds like a Dr. Seuss fucking rhyme.
Yep. Kincaid, way more routes run.
Yeah, his targets are double of Kincaid, or Kincaid's targets are double of Knox pretty much, but still a third less receiving yards. He has double so there's still some value there. I think on Knox at 12. Personally.
Okay. All right, we can move on from this game. I like the Bills. Steak likes the under. Corn likes Troy Franklin higher than receiving yards, and we haven't gotten a Joey Dumps play. That's fine. We won't force it. I like
one more thing.
Yep.
I could see Bo Nix getting in the end zone.
Okay. You doing a touchdown parlay again?
Yeah, I have to. Obviously, got to follow it up. Can't wait to lose the next 18.
Wait a minute. You didn't hit one all season. That was your first one.
That was my first one. 1 for 19. Glaze me.
Love
1
it.
for 19.
Did you wake up this morning and when you looked in the mirror, did you say I'm him?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Next game, Packers, Eagles, 4:30. I think Greg's best bet ended up being the Packers. Line open 3.5. It's up to 5, 5.5 at DraftKings. Total 45.5. It's kind of sitting around 45.5. Not much movement there. Is everybody in?
Well, Christian Watson isn't.
Sorry. Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
They're in. Okay. AJ Brown. I saw he got popped up on the injury report the other day. Is he in?
Believe he's in.
Fine. He's fine.
Okay. He's fine. Corn. Actually, we started with you last time. Actually, we'll start with you again. You got to play in this game.
Yeah. I'm pretty mellow.
Pretty fucking boring is what you are. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty boring this weekend. I don't really have a ton of stuff. This game doesn't excite me much personally, to be honest with you.
Well,
I mean, we'll talk through it. I might stumble across something,
Yeah,
So
that's the purpose. That's the point. That's why we like to dig, and that's okay. I don't want you to force anything. I don't know that the game. It's weird. I don't necessarily. I feel like that excited to watch it, but this is the game that I have. Like, I want to. If all the games passed, it's Tuesday, and I have to check a score to see what ended up happening. This is the first one outside of the Bucks, obviously. This is the game I want to see what happens. I posted a video on Twitter not that long ago about thinking that the Eagles -3.5 look like the easiest bet on the board. I still kind of believe that at 5.5. No, I mean, I think that's probably where the number should be. I think the Packers are the contrarian side, and kind of similar to yesterday with the Texans and the Chargers. But I have no issue with Steak taking the Chargers because the NFL has been square. Although I think that there were maybe like that to me felt a lot more contrarian than it does in this game of taking the dog. And then I looked at Action Network and I was really shocked to see 16 against 4. 16 people on the Texans. I was like, oh, wow, there are more Texans bettors than I assumed. I haven't checked the action today, but from the pulse of the sports betting universe, I still feel like everybody's on the Eagles. Am I way off here? Steak, what's your vibe check on this game? Because you've been talking about it all week of fading the Packers. Did you wake up today and still feel the same way?
No, I have a play I love, but I don't think I want to try to bet this. But is it my turn to go? I want to ask you a question. So they played this year. Do you remember what the over-under was for this game in week 2 when it was in Brazil, either of you guys? What it closed at?
It's pretty high, wasn't it? Like
49.
50,
closed at 50. Remember the score?
I do. The Eagles were my best bet that week. It was 34-29.
Good job. That's interesting to me that a game with 50, they scored 63 in Brazil when all the fucking talk was how awful the field's going to be and how awful it is to travel there. And both offenses performed really well. And now we get a game between the same exact two teams minus Christian Watson, and the total's 45. The total's 45. The total for the Eagles Packers game is nearly the same as the Ravens Steelers game. You wouldn't think that, right?
Very good point.
You think
I think it should
low?
be 48. Oh, absolutely. I think it's low. I think it should be like 48. No one would bat an eye at 48. And that tells me, Greg said it actually. Greg kind of stole my thunder, but he typed it in here. It's perfect. I'm playing it. I'm playing the first half under. I really like that play. It might be my favorite play of the day.
Wait, you just said you were suggesting game over. Now I said first half under.
Yeah, no, I'm suggesting that this is how I gamble, Corn. I look for it makes absolutely no sense. I'm saying the total doesn't make sense, so I take the under. I understand I'm an idiot. I've never denied that.
That was wild.
I love guys like Corn's reaction to hearing us, because it's like we sell one side and then we sound like, oh, this makes so much sense, and then we're like, that's why we're not taking it. It sounds like such a good bet. We don't want it.
At least I don't act like I think I'm a genius. I know how stupid it sounds.
We've kind of seen that a lot lately, though, especially in like the last couple of college football games. We've seen these low-scoring battles in the first half, nothing happening in the second half. Then, things get crazy. So,
yeah,
it's a good angle. I like it.
Daddy Roseman says, maybe I like this Corn guy more than I thought. Yeah, he's not bad. Not bad. At first, total douche. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at the Ramble comment.
Packers went over 20.5 team total in the last 7 games of the season.
Something's got to give.
Okay. I have an exact score POD for you.
Yeah.
21-16.
Packers?
No, I think it's the Eagles.
Oh.
But the Packers.
How do they get to the
Landing
16?
right at 5?
How do they get to the 16?
8 safeties.
Touchdown, field goal, field goal, field goal.
Okay.
Do they have
Could have been touchdown, go for 2, get it, go for 2.
No, it's not. Although
That's
Matt
not
LaFleur, Matt LaFleur could do that. How's the Packers field goal kicker?
Oh, is that
All
Carlson?
year, I think, haven't they? They
Huh?
went through a couple guys. Haven't they went through a couple guys?
Oh, it's McManus now.
Okay. Didn't they have the old Vikings kicker Joseph for a while, right?
Oh, I forgot about that guy.
So, okay. You like the under. Now, let's look at the Eagles defense real quick, Steak. Maybe this makes it make more sense. What we had talked about for a little while, if you weren't familiar, and I can't take credit for this, I just heard somebody else say it. Vic Fangio's defense, and Vic Fangio is the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. This is year 1. His defense takes time for players to adjust and adapt to. So they have always said when he's a coordinator, his defenses get better throughout the season. We've absolutely seen that with the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, they've done a great job of drafting and getting far better personnel on that side of the ball. Last year, I watched the Eagles quite a bit because they were my Super Bowl pick. That defense was atrocious. The scheme was atrocious, but also, I mean, the players were just terrible too. The tackling sucked. They were slow. It was all around bad. Steak, the Eagles defense, outside of the Commanders game, which got weird and they lost 36-33. Jalen Hurts got hurt when they were up 21-7. This is what the Eagles defense has done. I mean, it's going to be a little lengthy, but this is beyond impressive.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, they allowed 13 to the Giants, 7 to the Cowboys, 13 to the Steelers, 16 to the Panthers, 29 on the road against the Ravens, 20 on the road against the Rams, 18 against the Commanders, 6 against the Cowboys, 23 against the Jags because the Jags are always weird, 17 against the Bengals, 3 against the Giants, 16 against Cleveland. That is pretty fucking impressive.
I want to be clear. It is for sure. I'm not going to take away from it, but I'm going to take away from it a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
80% of those teams you mentioned are complete dog shit. The Giants were in there twice. I think the only one that's really, really impressive is the Bengals. That's really impressive. And then I guess the game they held the Commanders to 13, you said, that's pretty impressive. But they followed that up with giving them 36. Most of those teams you just named, Ravens scoring 19 is very impressive too. But most of those teams you just named, with the exception of those two, aren't the Packers.
Okay. Right. The only impressive one? No. Ravens were
the Ravens really scored 19 against the Eagles?
You want to dig into it a little bit more and see how that happened?
No,
not against the Packers, against the Eagles.
Yeah, I know. Ravens, Eagles. I didn't remember it was 19. That's crazy. That's very impressive.
Game started 9-0. Ravens, 34-yard field goal, 14-yard pass from Mark Andrews. And then they held, holy shit, they held the Ravens scoreless till the last second of the game after that.
That's very crazy.
Yep.
Very
the Eagles, the Eagles only got 17 first downs. Baltimore got 24 first downs. I wonder if there were some turnovers. Let's see. Lamar Jackson did not throw an interception. Wow. Henry, 19 carries, 82 yards. Lamar, 23 of 36, 237 yards. I mean, they moved the ball. They had 372 yards of offense. Must have just stalled out in the red zone, I guess.
I mean, Tucker missed 2 field goals and extra points. So that could be 7 points right there.
You're right. Red zone efficiency, 2 for 5 in that game. Yeah. I mean, 5 trips to the red zone.
That was the Tucker game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see
lost 3 fumbles. I mean, that's Baltimore lost 3 fumbles. That's pretty big.
Oh, they did. Yeah, that is pretty tough. Okay. All right. Well, let's talk props because that's what the show's called and that's what we're about. So, Steak, you like the under. We're gonna ride Greg's best bet, Packers. And I have faith. I'm gonna really try to get the 5.5 though. I like a 21-16 exact score POD. Did you say you're gonna play the first half under specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Corn kind of nailed exactly what I'm thinking is like first half under of Notre Dame, Penn State was free. Then they went crazy in the second half. First half under of Chargers, Texans was free. Then they went crazy in the second half. And I don't think it's that crazy to think this game could go like that. So I'm going to play the second half under. If it lands somewhere close, I might double down in the second half.
You're about to go tailgate at the Philly game, Kadar? That is excellent.
That's awesome.
Enjoy. That game is at 4:30. Awesome. Love it. Nice TD parlay yesterday, Steak. Yes, sir. Hello, another fellow degenerate. What's up, Square Table Degenerates in YouTube? Hello, YouTube gang. Good morning, by the way. Oh, look at that. Another one. Hey, me too. Boots on ground. Love that. I love when we have boots on ground people in the chat. Corn, you didn't go to a Titans game this year, did you?
I did go to one.
Oh, you went to one.
I did go to the Vikings Titans game this year.
How is the Titans Stadium and game experience? Is it good or is it shit?
Basically, it's the Metrodome with the roof off of it, so pretty shitty.
Interesting.
But I mean, they're building new ones, so it's gonna be amazing. The new one's gonna be unbelievable. Where it opens in 2027.
Oh, okay, gotcha. They just break ground on that?
Yeah, last summer.
Okay.
They're building it right next to the old one, so it's just kind of a cluster right now. But it's gonna be very, very sweet when it's all said and done.
I went to 10 different Browns games this year. Can't wait to hit up London town next year. That is absolutely insane to go to 10 Browns games this year.
Yeah, it had to be painful.
Oof. Oh my gosh.
10 Browns games. Holy shit, man. You deserve a medal.
Yeah, you do. You actually should be in the Cleveland Browns Hall of Fame. All right, let's try to think of a game script here. I think I kind of have one, guys. Jalen Hurts, you don't really know what you're going to get. I guess we can speculate. He hasn't played in a few weeks. I think that's for most players, ample time to play it safe if your player has a concussion. I don't know that it doesn't feel like he's rushed back into this game. I don't know the severity of it. Obviously, I'm just comparing it to what we've seen before. But I don't know that I think Jalen Hurts is going to be scared to run the football, or the team isn't going to want him to run the football because they don't want him to get hurt again. So I don't know that I would necessarily stay away from rushing yards. Agree or disagree?
I agree. For
Okay.
the most part. I just have a question: how many are they going to do a tush push this weekend? Because I don't know. I don't know if you can have that guy doing the tush push. And
good question.
What brings in a bigger thing, because how many touchdowns did Jalen Hurts snipe from Barkley this year in the in the goal line?
So many.
Oh, so many. So I don't know what's going to happen this weekend. Is Barkley going to get a lot of those carries in the goal line and get some touchdowns this weekend? What's his number at? Is it
2+ is probably like stupid low.
Minus 170.
Actually,
2+ is plus 360. Yeah, it's pretty low.
What about Jalen? What's Jalen for 1 and 2?
Jalen is minus 110, which I'd absolutely avoid, and for 2, he is plus 550, which I'd absolutely avoid, because I can't see them. I can't see a tush push. I really can't. That's just, especially the first round of the playoffs. I can see it in the Super Bowl or something, but not risking something here, because if he takes another shot and he goes out, he's done for the playoffs, I think, at this point. So
okay, I have an interesting take then. If they're not going to do the tush push, they're still going to line up to do the tush push. They're going to do something cheeky out of it. Maybe a little Tim Tebow fake run jump pass.
Yeah, you can't get hurt doing that.
Who's the tight end for the Eagles?
Goddard. What about Goddard doing the tush push like Mark Andrews did yesterday?
Goddard touchdown.
Plus 350, not bad.
Put it on my card.
I actually like Goddard touchdown. I actually think that's a good bet.
Thank you.
Also, Corn, I just want to give you a heads up. I did an all QB touchdown parlay: Daniels, Hurts, Allen, and Nix for the giveaway. So I want you to know that went in before you said that.
DMB tabs in TikTok says like Andrews does for the Ravens.
Yep, exactly.
I like it.
All right, that's the play.
I'm gonna ride with you on that.
If it hits, I'll take the credit. If it loses, that's Cornfield's POD.
Perfect.
All right. I do think that I love Barkley, obviously. I don't know that I really want to get too much involved with him. However, Packers defense really hasn't impressed me all that much. I'm okay to fade them if you wanted to. Obviously, we like the under, but game script here. It's got to be clock's got to get chewed. It's one of these running backs, and I got to give Major Matt credit because he said he thinks that this playoffs is going to be about big games from running backs, and so far we've got Joe Mixon and Derrick Henry off to a pretty good start. Is it, if it's the Packers, if it's the under, it's got to be a big day from Josh Jacobs, right?
I can only assume so.
Are we going to lean into that and play him some way, somehow? Or do we not really care to do that? And just real quick, last game, he only had 6 carries for 44 yards. I would assume he got pulled.
Yeah.
He said something. I can't remember exact quote, but he didn't want to go all out. I remember there's some quote out there. He didn't plan on giving his everything because he wanted to save himself for the playoffs.
Okay.
So there's some quote out there about that.
If the Packers beat the Bears, would they have been playing the Buccaneers? Or did the game not matter?
I think something did matter. I can't remember the exact scenario, but there was some scenario.
That's a good question, and I don't know. Josh Jacobs, for what it's worth, is at 68.5 rushing yards, 16.5 rushing attempts. It's always scary to play rushing attempts on the underdog, no pun intended, running back, in case they get into a trailing game script. His rushing and receiving is 98.5. Does he catch a lot of balls? Sheesh. That's higher than Joe Mixon. I mean, last Bears, he had 1 catch, 2 yards. Before that, 4 catches, 38. 4 catches, 38. No catches against Detroit. Okay, so he catches the ball.
His rushing attempts at FanDuel are over 16.5 at minus 138. So people have been absolutely hammering that.
I mean, that's scary, but I think I kind of want to lean into Josh Jacobs. I might go rushing and receiving again. And
I'll leave. I'll never tell you this before, but I'd leave receiving out for Josh Jacobs.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. If you're going to lean in, just go with rushing.
Well, my only reason for doing that is if we think the Eagles are going to have the lead.
If they have a big lead, then I think your Josh Jacobs prop is in trouble regardless.
Well, what about dump off screens though, where we have to bail them out?
Does he get many of those though?
Well, but like in a game where you're getting blown up, might not have a choice. Might have to just dump it off once in a while. Not setting this.
It's true, but I'm just saying, like, if they're getting blown out, if you think there's a possibility they get blown out, Josh Jacobs isn't getting those rush attempts or those yards.
I agree.
I have something I also like that just came to me. I haven't loved the way Jordan Love. What's that?
Sorry, this is a good stat. I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is good. It kind of debunks what I said.
Jacobs has played 1 playoff game. He had 13 carries, 4 catches, 44 yards. Yeah, I mean, he's had back-to-back games recently of 4 catches, 38 and 42. So he can do it.
Yeah, okay, I'm wrong.
Jordan Love, I got a question for you guys. I haven't heard one person ask about it. What about Jordan Love rushing yards?
What's it
5.5? 5.5. He had nothing last game, but he had 6, 2, 4. He doesn't necessarily run the ball all that often. However, I mean, I guess I'm just thinking that, I mean, you're playing on the road in Philly in a playoff game. It's going to be fucking crazy. You're down Christian Watson. I know he got plenty of targets and weapons. The wide receiver depth is great, but I don't know. The Eagles defense has been pretty good. The defensive line's pretty good. They can get after the quarterback a little bit. I don't know that I hate a Jordan Love 6-7 yard scamper. Anybody going to talk me off of that?
No, I'm not. I think in the playoffs, a lot more quarterbacks are much more likely to risk things and run than they are in the regular season. The regular season, you don't want to take a shot, but it's all or nothing here. You lose this game, you're done. So yeah, I would definitely be on board with something like that for sure.
And I remember, we saw CJ Stroud's run last game. It was like at the end of the first half. He just took off for like 20-something yards. I could kind of see that out of the Packers. Tucker Kraft finds
Stroud was bar yesterday.
What's that?
He went crazy on the ground. Didn't he have like 60 or 65 yards or something?
Yeah. He had a bunch.
Yeah. I kind of see that from Jordan Love today. That might be an angle that I play. Okay. I think we can wrap it up. Corn, what did you take away from this game as your favorite bet, if you had to give one?
The Goddard anytime touchdown plus 350. That's on my list.
Cool. All right. And then Steak, what's your favorite prop?
I think I'll go with backing Romeo Dobbs somehow. I'm completely over. Yeah, I'm over the Jaden Reed experience. I think he's proven he's not who he's supposed to be, and I don't want to back Wicks. Obviously, Watson's out. I do think the Packers are going to be trailing, and a Packers receiver has to do something. So yeah, I gotta go with Dobbs. Yards probably.
Okay. Let's see. So no Watson. So there's who from watching the Packers, who does Jordan Love target? Well, maybe Corn, maybe you can pull it up. You're good at this stuff.
Get out of here.
Who does he look at? I mean, because I'm looking at I'm looking at the Bears. I'm like, this freaking Heath guy got 5 targets. Kraft got 7 targets.
Cool Hand Fluke just put him in as a long shot touchdown plus 1900. Malik Heath. I actually don't know who that is, to be completely honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He does target.
Yeah, Malik Heath only has 13 targets on the whole year. He had 5 last week, so that's extremely. Actually, the leading target guy is Wicks. Surprisingly,
yeah,
that is surprising.
Maybe it's Wicks, and maybe it's not Dobbs. It's Wicks. I just don't think it's Jaden Reed.
Okay. We can
talking about him.
Wick's targets are very consistent.
What'd you say about that Kraft steak?
No one's talking about Tucker Kraft. I feel like he gets plenty of targets.
Yep.
Yeah, he does. He gets a ton of targets. He's actually right up there with Wicks, Reed, and Dobbs. Wicks 76, Reed 75, Dobbs 72, and Kraft 70. So he's right up there with them.
All I'm getting out of today's stream is don't bet, nothing's hitting. I think we've given a lot of decent things.
Hit the unders.
Yeah, we like
What did I miss, Quake?
By the way, you can subscribe to the newsletter at thedegenerateweekly.com. Steak, congratulations on your best bet on the over in the Texans Chargers. Greg's best bet is the Packers. I'm riding it. DJen, can we talk about your pulling over experience? No, there's not much to say. It was just a registration issue with the car that we were driving. And the cop was, I don't think, overly friendly, but he kind of just shot us straight, and we were polite. And
a 100% professional cop. Didn't do anything wrong.
Yep. And that was it. I haven't pulled over on the side of the road on a highway in a very long time. Getting back on was a little scary. But you didn't miss a single bet, I don't think.
Oh, shit. Thank you. I thought you said that I missed them yesterday. Yes, I missed 13 bets yesterday. But I did sweep the NBA board.
You missed 13 bets?
Yeah, I took 32. I think I took 35 bets or something.
That's a W. Like, yeah. It's a numbers game. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, I know I should stop doing that.
And if you want a hoodie, you should want a hoodie because they fuck. TheDegenerateWeekly.com, shop.thedegenerateweekly.com. Chew, are you still on TikTok looking at my side angle, or are you back in here? Hope you're enjoying that snuggie hoodie. Comfortable hoodie. Steak absolutely sprayed. I can't remember the last time he didn't. Steak had 50K pending yesterday. 35 bets is so psychotic. He's a psycho dude. Thank you, Aloha. DJen, why is hoodie shipping says processing for the longest? I don't know. Does it? Send it to me. I'll have to see what's going on. I don't know. That is the one thing that somebody warned me when the manufacturer handles the shipping, that it's out of your hands and it sometimes can take a little bit long. I'm sure the holidays were insane, but I'll see what's going on. Okay.
The two I ordered went pretty quick, I thought.
Yeah, it was weird. Like some of them went way quicker than I expected, and then I feel like after the holidays they've taken longer, which is interesting. So I'll find out.
Choose wasn't bad. Choose took about a week.
And somebody in San Diego got one. I thought it was going to take forever, and he got it, I think, relatively quickly. Shout out, Mike. That smirk steak, bro. Steak is always smirking. Always smirk. What did you say when we streamed the other day? You have resting bitch face.
Yeah. Until I start reading the chat.
Yeah, once you start reading the chat, you don't stop reading the chat.
Yeah.
I'm just somebody you used to know whenever this chat gets going. Okay. That's actually why you shouldn't get a second monitor, I guess. I think your head would explode if you read the chat and had another computer.
I think I got everything I need.
Let's get into the last game on the board. Thank you again, everybody, for joining. Wig2G with a new follow. Trent224 with a new follow. Hello, welcome. All right, Commanders on the road against my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It looks like to me the line opened 3 and it's staying 3. Total 50.5, staying 50.5. Not much movement on this game at all. Kind of makes sense. I think everything is just about right. If I bet like cornfields and I made my own numbers, and I thought there was a discrepancy in the market. What are you laughing about?
You made my own numbers.
That's what pro bettors do. They make their own numbers. They say, "Oh, I made this number 52."
I thought that was a little shade at Corn.
No, it's not shade at all. It's not shade at Corn. Look at him laughing too. He's actually not that much of a bettor, I don't think. I'm kind of bullshitting that or hyping that up. But a lot of pro bettors, they make their number. Obviously, that's what Billy Walters said he did. If he had a half a point, he would do 1 unit, a full point, 2 units, 1.5, 3 units. How much of an edge you have on this market. I don't know that any of these numbers are off. 3 feels right. 50.5 feels right. I think that the contrarian play is the under. Not saying I'm playing it. I'm just identifying what I think it is. And then in terms of a side, you can make an argument for the Bucks or the Commanders getting 3. As a Bucks fan, I'm nervous, but I got to tell you, I'm still confident. I'm certainly not betting the Commanders. I think I'd rather hear what you guys have to say first, and then I can wrap it up. Steak, where's your head at with Bucks? You've had a pretty good read on the Bucks all year, and the Commanders.
I'm back in Jaden Daniels magic. I'm sorry. I think he's a magical fucking kid. I think he's going to win his first playoff game. I saw Spencer Rattler dink and dunk the Tampa Bay Buccaneers awful secondary for 3 quarters. And I don't believe they can stop Jaden Daniels. I also don't believe they can stop him on the ground. I like the Bucks rush defense, but I really only like them against running backs. Unfortunately, fucking the Commanders barely have one of those. I know Brian Robinson kind of, but he's either injured or it's a tough running back room. That's all I'm saying. Austin Eckler is more of a receiver. But yeah, I like Jaden Daniels. I like these Commanders receivers. I like Zach Ertz. I am sorry. But yeah, I don't see it going the same way it went last year for the Bucks. But then again, remember last year I was on the Eagles, as my buddy Ty Majay is in here. We went to the game together. I bet the Eagles, and I went with a bunch of Eagles fans. He was the only Bucks fan there, and he was just fucking verbally abusing us for 4 quarters. So might be that kind of day again, but I think Jaden Daniels is magical.
Yeah, I mean, respectfully, you said you can't hit a side to save your life, and I hope you continue to stay sulking inside piss.
Yep.
That'll probably get me banned on TikTok. Bummer. Fade big head. Oh, wait, you're not fading anything. Oh, wait, he's calling you big head?
Yeah, he's calling me big head. That's fair. I got a pretty big head.
That's crazy. It just doesn't look as obviously large as mine. Corn's got a big noggin too, it looks like.
I think we're all over 7s for sure.
Oh, yeah. Corn, tell me you came to the party with something.
I'm actually in between you two. Actually, I'm on Washington +3. I think it's gonna be a tight game, back and forth, a lot of back and forth, a lot of scoring. I think that I actually have one prop in this game. FanDuel has this new thing where it's called My Way. You can create your own like yards for a player. Like if you think a player's going to have 80 yards or 70 yards, you can move the toggle back and forth and create it. So what I did is I think McMillan's going to have a big game. So I went McMillan over 75 yards.
Oh, jeez.
And I think Evans is going to get shut down a little bit this game. So I have him under 40 yards. And then I think Baker's going to be running for his life. So I did Baker over 30 yards, and that is like 40-1.
40.
I love McMillan.
Because, were they forcing the ball a little bit to Evans last few weeks, do you think, just because of his contract? Maybe a little bit.
Sure.
Needed to get that 1,000 yards, yes.
Yeah. And I just think they can shut down Evans a little bit. He'll be the primary guy. And, 40 yards is still decent. So I think that's what I'm going with today in this game.
I think Otten's back today.
That's correct.
Otten is he hasn't played since the Chargers game. He had 2 catches, 24 yards. But before that, Baker definitely looks at him. 4, 7, 3, 8 are the number of targets that he had before. Doesn't usually get a ton of yards, but he gets a lot of looks. Is he going to get, come back in the offense right off the bat and get looked at a ton? I don't necessarily think so. I think you got a pretty good read on that about the Mike Evans logic there and forcing him. If you look at Jalen McMillan's stats, I mean, this is absolutely what you want to see from your rookie wide receiver that got forced into the wide receiver 2 role with Chris Godwin's injury. 5 catches, 74 and a touchdown. 5 catches, 51, 2 touchdowns. 5 catches, 57, a touchdown. 5 catches, 75, a touchdown. 4 catches, 59, 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable.
If you take Godwin's, McMillan's targets on the year, they equal to Evans, exact number 10.
Wow.
That makes sense. I'll stay on the Otton thing. I wouldn't want to back Otton just because of how good or how solid I think Payne Durham and Devin Culp have been in replacement. And I don't think they immediately stopped getting any snaps. So I don't think it's all Otton today at tight end for the Bucs. I think it's a combo of those three guys. And then Time J said it, but Olamide, or however you say it, Zacchaeus, he's been involved. Not getting talked about. Yeah, I think he's worth a look.
Shout out real quick, Sean Don, for sending me that screenshot of your hoodie and gambling mug order. I will check in with that on the shipping. Appreciate you. Real quick, Matthew Martin in YouTube. Am I crazy to just think it's a square over, maybe 30-28 game-winning field goal?
That's what I think.
You do?
Yes.
Corn, I think I heard you say back and forth with points. So everybody, if you can,
there's defense. I mean, yeah, we got Bucky running over everybody lately. Just plows everyone down. Like, I don't know. I can't see much anyone stopping anyone much in this game.
Me either.
Well, when these teams actually, it's pointless to talk about when these teams played the first time because that was so long ago. The Commanders are a different team, but the Commanders ended the season winning 5 games in a row, but they did beat the Titans, the Saints. Falcons was a great win. Eagles got a little lucky with that injury. And then a come from behind win against Dallas, but I think Mariota was in. And what I like the most, this is kind of the last thing I'll point out in this game, and then maybe I'll try to dig up a prop here, but nothing's really speaking to me. If you watch the Bucs, something they've done all season, I think better than just about any team out there. Please keep me grounded if my bias is speaking. I don't know if there's a team that starts faster in the NFL. And for me, that is one of the most, you want your team to win. If they're not going to win, you want them to be competitive. You want your team to not come out there and drag ass. The worst thing is watching a team start a game and go 3 and out like back-to-back times. Have trouble getting 10 yards when you had an entire week to prepare. The Bucs, when they come out and have sluggish starts, they usually follow it up with a great performance. And I'm going to give you 2 examples. They came out terrible after they beat the Lions early in the season. They dragged ass against the Broncos. What did they do the next game? They came out against the Eagles. Touchdown, field goal. 24-0 before you can blink. They bounced back. They responded very well. Then, fast forward a little bit more. Well, a lot of bit more. They came out sluggish on the road, prime time against Dallas. Shout out Primer. Next game, Carolina at home, kicked their ass. I think Baker Mayfield they put up 27 points in the first half. I think you're going to get that from the Bucs in this game. If the Commanders cover, I'm not saying they can't, I think it comes from the second half. And remember, I'm just trying to think of things through, and I told you with the Texans game, if CJ Stroud has that look of playing competent, that's a time to snipe the Texans live. As a Bucs fan, I'm telling you, if the Bucs get up early in this game and have a really good first half and are winning it 24-7, 24-10, not that I'm going to do it, but I think the Commanders should absolutely be in consideration to be a live bet because the Bucs will emphasize starting fast. They started slow against the Saints. They were down in that game as 14-point favorites. They came back to win. Thank goodness. Didn't matter anyway because the Falcons lost because they stink. Bucs start fast today. I want to take something early. Is it as easy as Bucky Irving? I know you guys like Jalen McMillan, but Bucky is at 89.5 rushing yards. Unbelievable. He had 89 in his last game, 19 carries against the Saints. For that, 20 for 113, 16 for 68, 15 for 117. 89.5 feels like the right number. Rushing and receiving is 113.5. That is crazy, dude. That's like Saquon Barkley numbers.
That's what Derrick Henry was yesterday, 110.5. It's Bucky Irving.
All right. You're talking me into Daniel's pass attempts. Ooh.
Yeah, I like that a lot. A lot.
That's why we like to do this. Listen, I know there's a lot of yapping and rambling and whatnot, but we try to talk about as many angles or things that we think of so that an idea can form, a light bulb can come up. Yeah, I love it. I love
I'm
Bucky.
on. I'm doing McMillan over 4.5 receptions plus 116 at FanDuel. He's gone over 4 straight games. I just think the game script for him continues this game as well, if not getting more touches. So I'm going over 4.5 receptions plus 116 at FanDuel.
Love it.
Yeah, I think I love Bucky something. Steak, would you keep the receiving out of it?
No, for Bucky, no, I wouldn't. I thought like last couple games, you can really see they were really trying to work Bucky in with pretty much 50-50 workload with Rachaad White. And I know Rachaad White is like a good third down back, pass blocker. He does all the right stuff. He has a little bit of a fumbling problem, but Rachaad White does all the right stuff. He's just simply not anywhere near as talented as Bucky Irving. And I think towards the end of the season, you can really see Bucky Irving taking over as RB1, and that line is crazy. And I think it tells you he's probably going to fucking get a lot of workload today.
Hefe Hammers with a sub bank 3 months. Appreciate you, Hefe. Fro Stray YT with a new follow. Hello, good morning.
What?
Hefe, hold on one second. Hefe says, as someone that is a Baker Mayfield fan, Baker to throw a pick is air today, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What number would you need for McMillan and Evans each to have 25 yards receiving each half? What number would you need? So each half have 25 plus yards.
I mean,
Bet it. What number would you need?
4-1.
Dick?
I'm horrible at this game.
I'm not asking you a number. I'm asking what number would you need to bet it. I'm making it a little easier.
4-1, I feel like sounds right.
8-1 at FanDuel. I'm betting that as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. See, I never would have guessed that in a million years.
That's
interesting.
Only 25 yards each half.
But if it's Bucky Day, that's going to hurt you a little bit.
You can lose a few bets. It's okay.
I know. I'm just kidding. All right.
You could afford to lose a few.
I'll say one more thing, and then I think we can wrap it up. I got to get out of here. No mid-major map, but that's okay. It's very early on the West Coast. Rachaad is better in the pass game, but Bucky is levels above as a runner. The one thing I will say, if you want to get cheeky, Corn, if you have the odds up for anytime touchdown, what is Rachaad White? Because this happens all the time with running backs where you start the drive at your own 20-25. He gets 7 touches, brings the ball all the way down to the goal line, or 5-6 yard line. And then the RB2 will vulture that touchdown.
He's around 3-1.
And what is Sean Tucker?
Oh, that's a good one.
12-1. I'm only using FanDuel right now. So
okay, Sean Tucker would be my long shot guy for this game.
Okay. All right. And Steak, what was your favorite prop?
I like Zacchaeus to get in the end zone, and I like the look from Ramble, Jaden Daniels pass attempts. For the Bucks, obviously, I love McMillan. I do not like Rachaad White to score, and I don't like Cade Otton props at all. I'd even kind of consider like a Culp or a Payne Durham. I'm sure their props are absurdly low. Like, I assume they're both at around a catch or a catch and a half. I wouldn't be surprised if they're still involved. They were really, really serviceable.
Okay. Corn likes, obviously, you just talked about the cheeky prop, but he likes Jalen McMillan today. 4.5 receptions, and you're going to do yards as well?
I'm not going to do yards because I'm not in that other prop, that 40-1 one. So no, I'm just going to do over 4.5 for sure.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to put together this this underdog entry real quick while I have you guys on. So just hang tight. James Cook rushing 57.5 touchdown.
I wouldn't leave receiving out of the James Cook one.
All right. I'm going to go higher than rushing and receiving, 73.5.
Yeah.
I have to play James Cook. That's my guy. I will stay away from Keon Coleman. We didn't talk about Audric Estime. Love him, obviously, but I'm going to keep him off. The other play I'm going to put in here is Josh. Oh, I know I'm going to put Jordan Love rushing higher than. And I'm also going to put Dallas Goedert. I'm going to play him straight. I'm going to play him straight for a touchdown. I'm not going to put him in here, but I like higher. You like receptions 3.5 or receiving yards 34.5?
What's he to score a touchdown?
About 2-1, plus 210, plus 215.
I like that value the most.
Well, would you put it in a parlay, or would you just play it straight, or you do both?
No, I just play it straight. I thought you said already that you were playing him straight.
No.
I'll just
Oh,
play him straight. Just play him straight.
all right. I'm going to go
Keep him
fantasy
parlay.
points then. I'm going to go fantasy points because that's a combination of everything.
Yeah,
Higher
cool. I like
rather than fantasy. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to try to keep it 3. That's what I have the most luck. All right. That for me is I'm going to go. Let's try to get on a little underdog heater. 75 pays 450. Confirm. Chat. I will tweet that. Steak, please tweet your touchdown parlay. I'm sure you will. If you want to sign up for Underdog, you can do so. The link in Twitch, promo code DGen, 50% deposit match. Corn, POD today.
Gonna be McMillan over 4.5.
Wow. Loves McMillan. Ladder the receptions to 7.
No.
Okay. Don't be scared to lose a few bets. All right. Cool. Steak. Any last words?
POD under first half, Packers Eagles.
Like it. Probably gonna tell that. Greg's best bet is the Packers. I'm not on till tomorrow with the under in the Vikings Rams game. We'll be streaming tomorrow. So we'll see you guys at 10:30. I'm also going to be live tonight. I just remembered with Rob Pizzola live stream.
Cool.
Yeah, I think the Hammer Network. I don't have the channel for it, but they'll probably tweet something later. I'll retweet it. Make sure to tune in, whether you love them or hate them. I don't care. But we'll be.
You're going on that?
I'm going on that. Yep. I think for the third quarter of the Bucks game. So that'll be fun. And I'll definitely have to take a nap at some point. Good luck today, guys.
Johnny G.
All right, I got one more thing.
Okay. Shoot.
Jalen McMillan, most receiving yards in the game, 4-1.
God loves Jalen McMillan today. Hey,
when you go 27 for 28 on Ricky Pearsall,
yeah,
plus numbers, I can lose.
I love that you love fucking Jalen McMillan. I love Jalen McMillan.
I was going to give you your credit. I was going to say, listen, you were the cheeky wide receiver whisperer, so I can't not ride anything you have today. So I'm going to do a little Jalen McMillan ladder. I'm going to do 7 catches, 80 plus yards. What does that pay? Pop it in for me real quick. 7 catches.
80 yards, 7 catches?
Yeah.
What about this? I got a cheeky one too.
Okay, hold on. Let me go first.
I know.
Plus 450.
Love it. With Bucky 2 touchdowns. And Baker under I'm just kidding. What, Steak? What's yours?
With Bucky 2, it'd be 25-1.
Wow.
Sounds like air.
Long shot touchdown parlay. McMillan, Goddard, Zacchaeus.
Ooh.
I'm in.
You're in?
McMillan, Goddard, Zacchaeus. I'm punching it in right when we get off here.
And Keon Coleman.
Nope. Pay me.
All right, we'll end it on that note. Oh wait, Corn, are you doing the math in your head with a pen and paper?
No, I was just writing it down.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
The notebook. The notebook.
The notebook. Love it. Corn, thank you for joining. Make sure you follow @GuyInTheCornfields on Twitter. Oh, you know what? I should do you a solid here and at least go share the link. Did I share the link to your Twitter already? I think I did.
No, you did not. Got to do Corn.
That's so funny that I did Steak. Everybody in here is probably already following him, but just to be safe, make sure to go give Cornfields a follow. When Mid-Major wakes up, we'll tell him he was missed. Thank you for joining, Corn. Good luck, everybody. Steak, appreciate it. And we'll see you, or I'll see you, Steak. I don't know if you're going to join. Feel free. Tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. We'll figure it out. Make sure you're following the Twitch page if you're watching in there. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube if you're watching in there. Appreciate everybody this morning. McMillan, Goddard, and who?
Zacchaeus.
Yep. Have a great day. Good luck on all your bets. We will check you guys later. Peace.
See you, boys.